If you want something on the camera, get the flamethrower match. In fact, I'll use any box of matches, wood matches. You ready? You ready? That's what it is. It sells for $10, and it comes with the gimmick. And in addition, you use butane gas to get in gas canisters in drugstores. Each canister will work over 100 times. I don't sell the canisters because I can't transport them.
I don't want to get oversimplified.
Oh, you look at the flashlight? Okay. You take it apart at all? Okay. Some of the more curious people do, and it really looks ordinary. There's zero effect. Should light over your card. Whoops, did you see it light? Okay, it lit over one of the cards in the back row. Let's see which one that was. Aha! What was your card, Manny? Jack of clubs. I can't believe it. Now, the difference between this and other similar effects is the working. For example, you'll notice now it isn't lit, but I can floating $5 bill. Many of you who have heard of this probably know that it's based solely on a static electric principle, and that by rubbing this on my hair, I collect a static charge. I've been doing this for years, by the way. And I roll the bill up, get a little bit of static on the other hand, and you've probably seen something like this in science class. It kind of sticks to the finger. Okay, I know that's kind of wimpy, but it gets better. A little more static. Now watch this. This is the weird part. Usually when I'm done with this, several people yell, "Burn him." That's a floating dollar bill, improved floating bill. Sells for $10. Hard sound is that you have cards scattered on the table. The reel, just a motorized reel. If you like to, I'll show you another one too. This is a good one if you like a mental effect. I only had it partially set up, so I failed on this one. I've got a couple of cards and 3 coins. Now this is a real baffler. You can watch this very, very closely, and I can move slowly, but there's really, if it's done right, there should be nothing to see. When I wave my hands, I've already done the work. The coin's gone across. First. Okay. Now I'll do that again. Okay, 1 here and 2 here. And they're there, you know, they're really there until I wave my hand. That's when the second one goes. Okay. This isn't too movie, is it, so far? Let's try the third one. Just as mysterious, the coin goes right over here. And that's the first phase of the routine. A second phase is included that uses a little bit of sleight of hand, and it uses only 1 card. This is part 2. It's quick, so watch. Oops, there's 1. I'll do it again. 2. And 3. Just like that.
The Hades will be selling this next week. And a video. You got that, and you get a break right here, okay? Okay, you might want to shift around here. You'll get what it looks like on the effect.
See what it really supposed to look like.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to show you something with 4 aces. The ace, hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs. Watch what happens if you take the aces and give them a little twist in the hand like so. You see that they change to the king. All 4 of them. You got the king of hearts, clubs, diamonds.
That's nice. It's alright. That looks good.
That's thing without a map.
Jeff. Jeff. Look over this way, Jeff.
Everybody only knows more tricks and just knows them well. Same 4 over and over, yeah. I work it up occasionally and then forget it.
I do it all the time.
Oh, here's a neat for packet. Well, I don't have a match. No.
Hold on,
I'm going to bring my...
Oh, no.
Here we go. This is one of my favorites here. This will look neat if you're going to film one. No, it won't look neat unless... let me borrow that bag. Maybe I have a little bit of resistance on the table.
My underwear works pretty good.
You get the setup on there?
Yeah.
Okay. This might. Yeah, here we go. This might do it. Close enough for government order. All right, a lot of magicians can fool you with a full deck. I'm going to try and fool you with just 4 cards. We've got the Ace of Hearts, Clubs, Diamonds, and Spades. Watch what happens if you take the Ace of Spades across the face of the Ace of Diamonds, it changes to a king. From the Ace of Spades over here, it changes to a king. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, they now have all changed to kings. We've got 2 kings here. Good, and 2 kings here. Again, face to face, and they're back to aces, all 4 of them. And the whole effect is done with just 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. The neat thing about it is you're clean, too. You don't get too far.
Hey.
Thick goo and powder used to be. Seen that, you've seen that.
Seen that one.
Oh, here's an neat one. Got another joker? Only one joker? Oh, okay.
Well.
Oh, well, it's funny you should pick the joker because, let's see, what are we going to do with the joker? We're going to mix him up, believe it or not, and riffle it, and he comes back up to the top, right? This time we're going to take him and put him in the middle of the pack over here, in the middle of the pack over here. And he's going to rise to the top. Wait a minute, let's let go. Go. And he rises up to the top of the pack. Like so. Again, we take the joker, place him in the middle, give him a little riffle. Believe it or not, he rises back up. Oh, wait a minute, we got the 7. Well, watch what happens if you take the 7, blow on it, it changes back into the joker. And of course, you're set to go for another double lift. You're playing. Ah, come on, riffle. Comes back up to the top. Let's see. 1 joker. Let me try something with a jack. Then I'll quit. 2 jacks. This is it. Let's use the black jack. Leroy and Rasmus. No, let's use the red jack. What I want you to do, I'm going to run through here. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Right there. Okay. You stop me at 6 hearts, but I want you to remember this one. Okay?
Okay.
You got this one, right?
Got it.
It's 10 of diamonds in case you forget.
Okay.
To help you, I'm going to sandwich it face down in between the 2 jacks with your face up. Not a good one for film. Okay, now edit this part out, okay? Watch. We're going to take the jacks and watch what happens. We got the jack, face down card, and the other jack. Squeeze them. Did you see it happen? The card vanished from in between the 2 jacks, and believe it or not, appeared face up over here. I'll take a dozen.
Yeah,
with that, I'll call it later.
That's good. Yeah, there you go.
TV magic card.
For those of you that have seen me before, how do you like to know me? 320 pounds down to 205 in one fell swoop. Oh, woo! I did it on a new seafood diet. I can't eat it, I can just see it. That's kind of calling watching your waistline. I don't mind telling you, however, that I do have cravings. It ain't easy to do that kind of thing. In fact, just on the way in, there's no damn restaurants around here except in the hotel, and I had a little craving, so I had to run down the street for my favorite stuff. Bagel, little cream cheese. Everybody knows what goes with bagel and cream cheese, right? Lock. I know. But you see, I had to try to find a sort of nice way to let you down and disappoint you, or at least kind of build you up before I disappointed you and told you that we're going to start out with a demonstration of lock picking. I can see I successful there either. There are some of you that may think that lock-picking at a magician's convention is a trivial pursuit. On the other hand, that ain't too bad, because everybody's into trivial pursuits. Example of a trivial pursuit: expecting your boss to pay you what you're worth. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I need to also tell you, always buy your clothes when they're on sale. You know, when they're 2 for 1, 3 for 1. That way the cost is trivial. Pursuit. Wait, I told you, some of you have seen me before. I've told you about groans. Groans to me are just groans of admiration. What they really mean is, damn, why didn't I think of that? You go ahead and groan all you want. I don't even mind if you chuckle a little bit. I don't even mind a minor burst of applause. The only thing I can't stand is dead silence. So keep that in mind. Incidentally, before we go any further, you look like you're into locks. Would you be everyone's representative?
All right.
Would you examine that lock? Does it appear, in fact, to be a legitimate lock? Speak loudly for the people who are afraid to sit up front. So they
Yes, it looks very good.
Okay. Now, can you unlock it
Cannot.
without the key? All right. Let me ask you one more question. Do you trust me? No, wait. Trust me, but always keep the key. Okay? Now, it struck me that in trying to make lock-picking for magicians other than a trivial pursuit, that I probably ought to do it under some sort of handicap and with blinding speed and grace. Well, it remains to be seen in each one of these, but I thought probably the best thing to do would be to do this lock-picking blindfolded. Oh, I'm going to blindfold the lock. You don't think for a minute I'm going to close my eyes to you people in here. I did that one time and the whole group walked out. Just whipped it off and there's nobody. Besides, I want to be wide awake and watching you when you start throwing stuff at me. Okay. We'll blindfold it again. Now, on the count of 3, I'll demonstrate lock-picking the likes of which you have never seen with blinding speed and grace. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Uh-huh. Now, I know that wasn't quite as fast as you thought it should have been, but you got to understand that I did 2 things. I not only unlocked it, but I locked it back. Wait. Let me ask a question. Did you not examine this lock?
Yes.
Are you not holding the key?
Yes.
Then what I want to know is how come these people aren't as impressed with what I just did as you are?
Can't figure it out.
I can't figure it out. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to keep doing it until you like it. I heard that. I heard it already. Quick. I like it. All right, here we go. With blinding speed and grace. Huh? Now wait. I did the same thing again, except with an extra added bonus. Not only did I unlock it and lock it back again, but before I locked it back again, I locked it around my ring. Unless I have the world's first key finger, that's damn near a miracle. To prevent me from having to have a ringectomy, would you kind of unlock it there? So I don't disappoint some of the people that have seen me before, let me finish this off by telling you, I locked this trick. I locked it too. Use a few cards. I've never been known to play with a full deck, so that shouldn't surprise anyone. In just a moment, I'm going to ask you, oh, don't look around, I'm pointing to you. Okay? In just a moment, without leaving your seat, I'm going to ask you just to reach up here and touch one card. Now, I want you to understand that I know which one you're going to touch. You really don't have a choice. It appears that you have a choice of a goodly number of cards, but in point of fact, only one will you touch, and I know ahead of time which it is. I'll do the force for you first and then explain it, okay? Just reach up there and touch one, keeping in mind you can change your mind right up until the time you touch it. Doesn't make any difference, because I know and am forcing you to touch the correct one. Just reach forward and touch one. Which one is that?
4 clubs.
I knew it all along. Trust me, believe, no, look. You're probably wondering, which one was it? Oh, of course, I remember which 4 clubs. You're probably wondering, how is it that I forced you to touch that 4 clubs? Is that not true?
Mm-hmm.
The reason is I hypnotized you, and you didn't notice that the 4 of clubs was considerably larger than the rest of the cards. In fact, you can see it this way. See, it sticks out, so you're naturally drawn toward that larger card. I realize that some of you folks can't see it back there, but you can have some of the people in the front explain it to you later. I really have no business doing this in a large, close-up venue. Now, with some people, you have to work it kind of in the opposite, and what you have to do is you have to make their card the only small card in a large deck.
Right.
The problem is you always wind up with a deck of cards with one odd-sized card in it, This small one is a pain, so we'll change it back to a big one. Any questions on that, Force?
Kind of small coins, a glass, and I've got 3 coins. Let me 2, 3. Did you see that 1 coin in the glass? Okay, very strange. I'll do that again. 1 in my hand. In fact, 2 in my hand, 1 in the glass. When I, oops. 2 coins in the glass, 1 in the hand. Now I snuck that in there. This is your last chance to see it. Watch. 1 and 2. And here's the 3rd coin. Just a toss. Oops, it's invisible, goes through the air, and there it is, inside the glass. Actually, I brought along some tabletop-type tricks, and I'd like to show you a couple of them because I like them a lot, but I'm going to prop this up a little bit, and you should be able to see just a bit better. By the way, it doesn't matter, my pad or yours. No more jokes, I promise. There's the mat, and I've got some $50. Okay. I used to use quarters. It's kind of a 2-bit trick. Can you guys see the coins okay? 4 $50? Can you see me? Guy's wearing glasses back there. Love it when they wear glasses. They're always easier to fool. Just go... All right. Let me pull the sleeves up a little bit for you skeptics. Doesn't matter, they fall right back down. Now, if I put these coins in a line here, hopefully you can see 4 coins. When I cover the coins and give my hands a slight shake, one of them travels across. Now you're not sure, I'll do that again. And in fact, I'll move the coins even further apart. This makes it more difficult, but I'm in a masochistic mood. And remember, 1 and 3. Another shake of the hands. Watch this, you'll see it. Ooh, there's 2 and 2. Okay. Thanks for not applauding, I've got a headache. But, 2 and 2, here we go again. In fact, I can cross my hands. And this is very quick, watch. All 4 coins. Normally, it's not a magician's policy to repeat a trick. In fact, you've heard the saying, a good magician never repeats a trick. I am exempt, and if you'd like to, I can repeat that. Would you like me to do it again? Good, I'm short on material. But anyway, you probably guessed there's going to be a slight difference, okay? Now this coin is second from the right. Well, anyway. Okay, and again I'll cover the coins. Now you expect this, so you might be able to see something. I don't know whether you caught that. There's the first coin. Okay, looks like David here is a little suspicious. You heathen skeptic. That's okay. A little further apart. There we go, and I'm ready to go again. Another wave of the hands. There's the second coin. Well, so far, nothing new. Let's try that again. Oh, with the hands crossed. There's another wave. Kind of hard on a moving table. There's the third one. And last one. There we go. Just say a prayer for me. I'm telling you this. I don't want to do the last one. I've decided. I'd rather just beat the coin if that's okay. No, actually, they're all 4 right there. And I admit I screwed up and didn't have a better out. You guys know I'm not playing with the full deck anyway. Here are the cards, about 20 different cards, and I'd like to have a lady select the card. And I'm a memory expert, by the way. I believe your name was Martha, is that correct? I didn't look at the I swear. Martha, take a card, show it around. In fact, look at the one that you choose. And I won't look. Show it to everyone. Have you done that, Martha? Okay, and we'll replace it anywhere at all. Thanks. And, now, I was kidding you around, but I'm going to step back, and I'm going to mix the card up. Now, Martha, you've seen a lot of magicians. Your boyfriend or husband is probably a magician, right? Right. Okay. And so you're thinking another card trick. Well, I'm going to find your card. You saw me shuffle the cards. Do you think that I've controlled your card? No. Thank you. Could be on the top, could be on the bottom, could be somewhere in the middle. Now, this is iffy. See if I can find it. There we go. Ready? Oh. That was too wimpy. Try that again. Get it? Oh, landed in the exact spot I aimed for. Now, if that were your card, would you say that was a good trick? Martha, we're talking miracles. And let's see if it worked. Was your card the two of diamonds? Oh, boy. I very often like to try experimental things, and somehow I don't think there's tremendous commercial value in having it land in the exact spot I aim for. So, but anyway, I'm going to close now. And again, I'm going to try a card trick, and this is a somewhat dangerous trick because I'm going to have a knife in my hand. And actually, this is a small knife. It's a little Swiss Army knife. And as a matter of fact, I don't want you guys to think this is a trick knife. It looks like you might be familiar with knives. Would you check it out? That was just some fill. Does it look okay? Yep. All right, just toss it back, close it. And I've got the knife. And I also have a deck of cards. And as a matter of fact, again, I'm going to use only a small number of cards because I'm going to make a slight mess. I hate to show you guys a trick that I was doing in the booth, but I ran out of material. And, anyway, I have the cards here. As I riffle through the cards, I'd like someone to call out, stop. Stop. Okay, got the card? By the way, I'm covered because several people might call out stop at different times. But there was the card. Now I'll mix the cards up. Oh, again, the same plot. My job is to find the card. Okay, it's somewhere in there. This time, however, I'm going to use the pocket knife. Try to stab the card out of midair. Now, this is my last trick, and it's not great or anything, but since it is my last trick, if you enjoy it, I'm sure that thunderous applause will ensue. So here we go. I hope I get the card. Now watch the knife and cards. Is that it? Did I get it? I can't.
Gee, what good taste you all have. They told me I have about 12 minutes. They don't have to text me about that long to say hello. Jim Maney was nervous. He said, have you seen Tony Slidini? I said, yeah, I saw him on the elevator. Tony said to me, I swear, he said, isn't this San Francisco? He's marvelous, Tony. I love him. I'll tell you a fast story while I'm getting the cards out real quick because I don't have that much time. I don't like these cards. I was in Cleveland, I believe it was, somewhere in Ohio. I was doing the memory thing, and when I was all finished, I was cleaning the blackboard or something, and two adult men were dragging a 15, 16-year-old boy, tall kid, but obviously a teenager, toward me, and the kid was very shy. It appeared as if he didn't want to, he was too shy to meet Harry Lorraine, I guess it seemed, but they were dragging him over to me, and they finally got him close to me, and they introduced me. His name was Israel Horowitz. I never forgot this. Israel Horowitz. And the kid was very shy, and he introduced me, and he shook my hand. He was kind of like this. And they said, Harry, Israel has been taking lessons from Tony Slidini, and he's terrific. And the kid is, you know, scuffling the floor. And he, come on, do one trick for Mr. Lorraine. The kid, no. Finally, they talked him into it. Israel Horowitz takes out a coin, and he says, I'm gonna fool you. I swear, I can't make up a story like that. Israel Horowitz, talking with an Italian accent. I'm gonna fool you. And I broke up, and they didn't know why I was laughing. Since I took up so much time telling you that silly story, I better do a quickie. A quickie from a shovel deck. You gotta look fast, because it's a quickie. The idea is, you tell me, say stop.
Oh.
That way you cut. You see, now that's quick when you can do that and get the 4 aces, which I needed anyway, you see. Do me a favor. Come here, Betsy, because I need someone to help me, and I don't want your arm isn't that long. As long as I got the aces here, might be interesting to show you shuffle while I talk, will you? It's interesting to show you the evolution of a routine, the same concept of what I just showed you very quickly in a longer trick. Incidentally, any of the things I do here, I'm lecturing tomorrow, as far as I know, so far as I understand. And if you want to make notes, most of these things, not all of them, that I intend to show you, although I really don't know what I'm going to do yet. I make it up as I go along, really. I made up a little list, which I can't see with or without my glasses. But I'll be glad to teach it to you during the lecture tomorrow, not here. You've shuffled the deck. Yeah. This is the kind of thing that should not be done with your own deck, really. If you've read my books, I've said that for years, but you all know me. You know I'm using a regular deck. Incidentally, if you're wondering, it says Blackstone on the backs of these cards. They're Harry Blackstone cards. They're put out for the public in a set. And they're very good cards, why I'm using them, but I wouldn't use them except for the fact that he's using a deck that says Lorraine on it. That's funny, I just made that up. Okay. I gotta get more decks, brother, right? So I can use that line. Okay, as I say, just to carry on the same concept as I just did. Watch. I just want to separate the aces. What is your first name?
David.
David? It's funny, I had a David in the other room, too. You follow me around. Look, I don't know if they can see, but you can see the aces are separated. That's what I mean. You're committing one to... I'm not kidding. They are separated. The aces have been placed in separate parts of the deck, separated by other cards, okay? Watch. Watch the handling. Fair enough? Right? Wouldn't kid you for the world. Look. In other words, the aces are lost in the deck. Watch. No aces on top, no aces on bottom. It's conceivable there might be an ace on top or bottom, you know, because after all, I've shuffled, you know. So it's conceivable, but if there was, I would shuffle the deck some more, but you can see there are no aces here. Okay, so there are no aces on top, there are no aces on bottom. This is called dead cutting. Dead cutting. After years of practice, I've learned to dead cut to an ace. But it's very precise, meaning had I gone one deeper, I would have missed it. As you can see, David, there's no ace anywhere near there or anywhere around here. There's no ace. I'll do it again for you. Watch. The idea is to shuffle, of course, and show that there's no ace on top, there's no ace on bottom. But as I told you, after years of practice, you see, I've learned to dead cut to an ace. And David, it's very precise. Had I gone one deeper, I would have missed it. There's no ace there. There's no ace anywhere around here, as you can see. Now, it gets progressively more difficult because there are only 2 aces left, the 2 red aces, right? It gets more difficult because the 2 blacks are already out, but let's try. Look, again, there is no ace on top. There's no ace on bottom. That's the 7 of clubs on bottom. But after years of practice, you see, I've learned to dead cut to an ace. And again, had I gone one deeper, I would have missed it. Had I cut anywhere else, but precisely at that spot, as you can see, I would have missed it. Now, there's only 1 ace left. Now it gets tough, folks. Now it's possible to miss it. I may miss the first time. But if I do, I'll get it the second time, which is like an acrobat, you know, after a drum roll. See, yeah, after a rim shot. Looks better that way. Look, no ace on top, no ace on bottom. But you see, but after years of practice, no ace on bottom, no ace on top, I said that. After years of practice, you see, I have learned to dead cut to an ace. So it's not very dramatic, but... I know probably about 800 or 8,000 4 ace tricks. So while I have the aces out, I just went and lost them while I'm talking here. But the save time, there's somewhere in the deck. Let's do it magically. It should look like there's an ace here, and 2, 3, 4 is the way it should look. See? Okay, that'll make you think a little bit. I know that I fooled you when it gets very quiet. You notice all of a sudden it got so silent. There's another way to do the same thing. This is the fastest. Why? You got to watch real quick. Doing the same thing. Look, there's like, oh damn, I cut wrong. I think it should be, yeah. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Jeez, I fooled the hell out of myself. That was not supposed to happen. Now the idea is to really lose those damn aces. Gee, I forgot to do this trick in the other room. Oh, well. Oh, this is a marvelous deck. Well, I tell you, I got to speak to Harry Blackstone about this. This is awful, but I'm going to try it anyway, as long as I start it. Oh, God. You see, after you use it, they were great in the other room. All right. Anyway, the aces should be lost, really. There's no ace on top. Shouldn't be any ace anywhere. Oh, there's Harry. Shouldn't be any ace. Shouldn't be any ace anywhere near top or bottom. See if I can do this for you. After the, remember, there's no ace on top, there's no ace on bottom. I'm going to try to do this for you. Watch. With one hand, like this. You see, you should get a 10. 10 means you're supposed to cut, you're supposed to count 10 cards. You see, that's what it... Now, let's try again. That's the way I do it for layman. I would count 10 and there would be an ace. But that's not what I had intended to do, you see. Let me try that again. Watch. Yeah, that's better. See, there's supposed to be no ace on top, no ace on bottom. Well, let's try it again. All right, there's one. No ace on bottom, no ace on top. Now I'm angry. I'm going to do it again. See? Let's see if we can get it now. Yeah, she's supposed to, like, yeah, but see, the idea is that you always got to show there's no ace on top or bottom. I don't know where the hell the last ace is. But let's see if we can. Yeah, there's no kicker to it, you see. It's just a question of getting it out. Ordinarily, you'd have three people select three cards, but instead of making you reach David, do it this way. Point to a card near the bottom. You would be the first spectator. Yeah, good enough. And I'm going to, even if I see it, it doesn't matter. But try to remember, that's the first card, and I'll point to a card near the... Yeah, and it doesn't really matter. Again, try to remember it, and one near the top. Terrific. Okay. All right, I hope, remember, that's the third card. I haven't looked at them, so you better remember them, okay? I hope that's not one of them. If it is, we're in trouble, but it's the ending I want you to see, and that's not one of the cards, is it?
Yes, I think so. Yes, it is.
It is?
Sure.
Okay, let's lose it. Because what I really want to get to is this. I don't know which, does anyone remember what the third card was? Third. Four of clubs. The idea is to snap your fingers and get the third of the four of clubs on top, which must instantly change to the second card, you see, which must instantly change to the next card. I don't know if I got it right or not. You know what I need? The queen. Oh, wait a minute. I have the jokers in here. Shuffle them for me. Tell you why I don't usually like to keep jokers in the deck, but the Blackstone jokers are kind of magical cards. I'll show you what I mean. I wanted them separated, David. That's why I asked you to shuffle. Let's see. One of those jokers with Harry's picture is here, what, about 16 cards down from the face, and the other one is here about 10 from the top, right? So you've seen the two jokers. You know there are two Harry Blackstone jokers in this deck. I need two cards selected now, David, but I don't want them to be the jokers. You take one. If it's a joker, please tell me. Put it back. We'll take another one. I don't want you to take a joker. You take one. Don't take a joker. If it is, tell me. We'll put it back. Not a joker? No. Not a joker? No. Okay, remember your card. Show it to at least one other person, because otherwise you forget it and I'm working for nothing. Put it here, and you put this here. Now, your two cards are on top. I have the feeling that if I were to cut this deck once, twice, 3 times, and if I were to tell you that your two cards are back on top, I have the feeling that the attitude would be, so what? But, if I said to you, your cards are now on top, but one of the jokers jumped to the top, that's a pretty good trick, isn't it? If I showed you that the second joker also jumped to the top, that's a better trick. If I showed you that these two jokers I told you were magical will now change to your two cards, that's a good trick. But, if I showed you the whole thing is really an illusion, and the two jokers are back to exact positions where they were before, the whole thing never really happened, that's a miracle. Thank you. You really do have good taste. I am looking for those two jokers now. I don't want them in the deck. If you believe that, I got a swampland to Florida, I could tell you. Okay. What I'm really looking to see is if this is a full deck, and yes, it's a full deck. Okay, you people are so gullible. All right, look, Here's the whole point. David, again, you're going to have to help me. What I'm going to ask you to do is cut the deck in approximately 2 equal piles. Literally, just cut the deck. Terrific. You did very well. You know, of course, you could have done that. 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 And, of course, you could have done that. And you could have done that. Had you done that, David, I would have done that. And if I did that, a strange thing always happens. What happens is a card reverses itself in the deck. Ah, see, here it is. I wouldn't kid you. It's interesting that that's the 10 of spades there, because if it's the 10 of spades, I might as well get the jack. If I have the 10 jack, I might just as well get the queen. If I have the 10 jack queen, I might just as well get the king. And I have the king, I might just as well get the ace. That's all I wanted to show you. I usually do that much faster, but I'm getting older. I can't talk that fast anymore. Would you shuffle them for me, David? That deck is getting a little sticky. Oh, so what? I'm used to see most of the younger magicians, not necessarily the guys my contemporaries, but the younger magicians today, I can't borrow decks from them because they're so rich, these kids. They have so much money, they always have a brand new deck. And I'm not used to brand new decks. They slip out of my hand. You know, I'm a poor depression kid. I used one deck for 7 years. It got this thick. I couldn't afford to buy these. Kids nowadays are buying new decks all the time. Somebody keep me advised on time, Joe, because I get started. It could be Tuesday. I don't know. This is San Francisco, isn't it? What the heck trick? I was going to do a trick, I swear. What I want you to do is to take out the queens and the kings. Queens and kings. Yeah, as fast as you can. Take out all the queens and kings. Should be 8. Yeah, any order. Doesn't matter. We're going to mix them anyway. I spread with the wrong hand, but I'll tell you, you spread very funny. Right? I always spread the wrong way. I say, think of any card and you see all blanks, because I spread with the wrong hand. Do we have 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got them. Okay. Now look, there are 8 cards here. You saw David take them out. Here they are, right here. Okay? No baloney. As a matter of fact, if you think I'm doing anything funny, first of all, please look if you can see that there are only just the 8, queens and kings. Okay? Best way I can think with a small packet here. This has to do with married couples. Is what it has to do with. Cut them for me. It's hard to cut a small packet, but do the best you can anyway. Yeah, fair enough. Look. Okay? You know there are 8 cards, 4 queens, 4 kings, all mixed. And it has to do with couples. You cannot keep good couples apart. For example, look, on top of this packet, which you cut is the queen of hearts. On top of this packet is the king of clubs. Obviously not a couple, not a matching couple. But look, if you do this, as I said, you can't keep a good couple apart. You understand? Let's try this again. If I took, right here we have the king of hearts, okay? So the king of hearts right here, and this card is the queen of diamonds. Again, obviously not a couple, king of hearts, queen of diamonds. But look, as I said, you really can't keep a good couple apart. I've got 2 packets of cards, David. Put one on top of the other. This one on that or that one on that, any way you like. Give them a cut if you like. It's hard to cut a small packet. I don't care. Cut 1 or 3, whatever. Yeah, put them together. Yeah. Now look, you did it. I had nothing to do with it. On top is the king of spades. I had nothing to do with it. And over here is the queen of hearts. Obviously not a couple. I don't know, maybe in San Francisco they are, but not here. But as I said, you really cannot keep a good couple apart. That's all I want. Somebody said to me, please do this out of your book. It's called the ribbon spread grab. I'll try it. The trouble is I don't have a mat, and I don't know if it'll work here. The way this is used, if you're talking to layman, I don't want to play Cajun talk down here. When somebody says, how do you do these tricks? I say it's estimation. It really is. In other words, from a shuffle deck, what I have to do is spot a card somewhere near center. Okay, the 2 of spades. That's a good card. I know the 2 of spades is about there. Now, I don't know if this will work on this, because there's no mat, because you got to do this kind of stuff. Because, David, you can tell, if you look here, you can see the cards. You can kind of see the 2 of spades. So, if I know where the 2 of spades is, the idea is to be able to break to that exact card. See, that's the idea. I only have a couple of minutes left, so I'm going to work fast now. I've been working slow. Let's, for example, somebody said, is Steve Connor here? He's not in this room. He asked me, do the invisible pass. You ever seen an invisible pass? No? Would you like to see it again? You'll use it. All right, look. It is I'm doing this just to prove that it's a single card, okay? If I left that 6 of clubs on top, face up, and did this, that's not a trick. That's no good, because you can see, you know, it's face up. But if you turn it face down, it becomes a trick. Look. I'm doing that again to prove it's a single card. It's on top. I will not do any silly things like slip cuts or anything like that. I don't like slip cuts. You know, I will not keep that top card on top. I'm going to leave it on top, and I want to cut that 6 of clubs into the center. There's the break, David. You can see it. As you pick up, the pass has to be not only invisible, but silent. You understand? I'll do that again. No, I'll do it again for you. Look. Different card, in case you think I have duplicate 6s. There's the 5 of hearts on top. I told you, no slip cuts. The 5 of hearts is on top. The idea is to really cut it into the center. That's too much of a break. That's as you pick up, you do your pass. All right? Now, if you're doing it as an effect, let's say, David, let's assume I said to you, look at the top card of any packet. No, we used the 5 of hearts already. Let's use another card. Let's assume you looked at the Queen of Diamonds. Well, it's possible that I glimpsed where you were looking. So keeping the Queen of Diamonds there is no trick. What you'd have to do is cut it into the center there, then you'd have to cut it into the center here, then you'd have to pick up the entire deck and cut it into the center there. Then you do the pass, which gets it up top. Yeah? I don't think you're following that. I'll tell you, the best way, thank you. Hold your report to the end, then you can really lay it on me. I'm going to do it for you 4 times in a row. I think that my time is up. And Michael Lamar's then, he's trying to learn these things, you know. And, so I've got to do it for you just this, and this will be the end, but I'll do it for you 4 times, which gives you a chance to catch me. And what better way to do it 4 times than with the 4 aces, obviously, okay? So look, David, you're a committee of 1. There are only 4 aces there. Would you check it? No extra cards. I didn't do any secret add-ons or anything like that. Put them on top for me. You're very good. You're excellent. Okay, look, 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. On top, no baloney. The idea is to cut those 4 aces into the deck. As you pick up, you do that pass. Now look, I want to do it for you in slow motion, particularly for you, David. You must cut them to the center. Slow motion. Look, there's the break. Can you see the step? As you pick up, there's the pass. See? Now that leaves 2. Leaves 2 aces. Look, those 2 aces must be cut into the center. Now there's a break. You can all see that's a big break. Somebody once wrote about me, said Harry Lorraine, you could drive a truck through his break. Which you can, but I never have to start a trick all over again. You ever see the magicians with the great technique? They hold that break, it's so fine, and they say, forget that card, take another one. Of course, they lost the break. By break, you can drive a truck through, but I don't have to start tricks over again. You see that break? That's where the ace is. Watch. There's the pass. Now look, slow motion, really, your very last chance. Watch that ace. Look. As you pick up, there's the pass to the ace.
I took Harry Lorraine's memory course about 6 years ago. I made us 5. It was a while back. He taught it. He was talking 400 words a minute with gusts up to 750. Now, this is a TV magic right now. I'm going to light this. Flames are going to shoot out, go out over your head, and burst in the fire. Yeah, this will kill you. Wow! So price I'll take. That's 1 coin for this next solution. In fact, I need another one, so I'll squeeze just like this. That's coin number 2. In fact, I need 3 coins for the next solution, so I'll take the lighter itself, squeeze, and it changes into coin number 3. Use 1, 2, 3 coins and a scarf. Okay? Now, I use this scarf. It's a special scarf for a reason. It's one of those scarves that you can see through. I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you?
Fine.
Take a good look at that. Make sure that it's exactly what it seems to be. Take a good look at those coins and make sure they're what they seem to be.
They are.
Look okay? How's the scarf?
Fine.
Good. Now, I use this scarf for a reason. I use it so that you can see everything at all times. Once the coins are inside of the scarf, you can hear them, you can see them, you can even feel the coins around the material. I want to get a good close-up on this. Can I get a copy of this? Okay. Now, you can feel the material all the way around the coins. Okay. Very good. Now, watch the coin in the center of the coins in the center of the scarf. That's the one in the middle. Got it? All you have to do is shake, just like this, and you see the coin crawl out from the center of the coins, just like that, leaving 2 coins, of course, inside. Now, that's not a souvenir. Just having you hold that for an instant, because I'm going to do it again, even though you didn't ask. I'll do it 1 more time, but I'll give you a choice. Which would you prefer, the coin on the top or the coin on the bottom? It doesn't matter.
Top.
On top? Watch closely. Now, I'm just going to show you the coins on both sides 1 last time. Watch the coin on the top. All I have to do is shake. Now, let me show you first of all. There you go. All I have to do is shake. And the coin on the top, you can see it halfway in and halfway out of the material. Leaving us only one coin left inside the scarf. Now I'll do it again. In fact, I'll keep doing it until everybody likes it. Only this time I'm going to completely encircle the scarf, the coin with the scarf, so that there's no way that the coin could get down near the ends to pass through. Now this time all I do is snap my fingers. That's all. It's just a snap. It's like this. I didn't say anything would happen. Snap. Are you right-handed? Mm-hmm. Can I ask you to hold out your right hand for me, please? I'll place the coin in the center of the scarf inside of your hand. Close your hand. Turn your hand upside down. I'll cause coin number 3 to pass through the center of the scarf while it's inside of her hand with the aid of a magic pass. Hold on to the coin. Coin number 3 comes straight to the center while it's inside. I could say coin number 1, just give it a blow like that. Coin number 1 vanishes. Coin number 2, just like this. Sometimes you can even hear them go. Coin number 3, just like that. You always wondered what I would say if that happened. There you go. That's all 3 coins. Done. I spared no expense in bringing you my next act. This is a trick with a rubber band. But it needs one other thing. It needs a finger ring. So if someone has a finger ring that they can mold me, I'll show you a trick with a ring and a rubber band. Oh, that's nice. That's gold, huh? Well, here. No, you can examine that. Make sure it's what it seems to be. I have to go out of your line of vision just for an instant, but it's important that I do, or you'll figure this out. All I have to do is snap the rubber band just like this, and the ring links itself onto the center of the rubber band. Okay? Now this will look particularly nice. That is your ring in the center of the rubber band, isn't it? Okay, now once you get to this point, there's only a couple of ways to take it. I could break the rubber band, which is no illusion, or I could break the ring, which would not make him happy, or I can do magic by pulling the ring straight through the rubber band, just like that. Give you the ring. There's the rubber band. Wait, no. Too late. It sounded like sympathy. I'll do it again. I think what the problem was is I went out here behind my back. You thought maybe I was doing something funny. So I do it everything out in front. I'll just hold the rubber band like this, and I'll push so that the ring visibly penetrates onto the center of the rubber band. That way maybe it'll be a little better. And all you have to do is touch. Just by touching, the ring penetrates onto the center of the rubber band. Once it gets to this point, all you have to do is pull once, twice, and 3 times. It comes straight to the center. Oh, wait, let me shuffle one more time. Okay. Wait, one more thing. One more thing. I got to take them out of the card box. Let me take them out of the card box. Now he's good. Okay, how about this? Let me do something. This will be a good idea. Here's what I want to do. I want to have 2 cards selected by 2 different people. I know what I'll do. I'll just dribble down like this. John, from where you are, I'll dribble. All you have to do is say, stop dribbling. And I'll give you a card.
Stop dribbling.
Okay, and I'd like the people on this half of the... this half of the audience to remember that card, okay? Got it? You happy with it?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'd like another card. I'd like you to select a card. Only he stopped me in the lower half. I'd like you to stop me in the upper half. That way they can't be the same card. See? I'll work this all out. Okay, so say stop. Stop. Got it? There you go. Now, would you like to change your mind about your card?
No, I'm happy.
Would you like to change your mind about your card?
Fine.
Good. Are you sure? Okay. Now, all I have to do is riffle with my left thumb, and one card jumps halfway out, face up. That is the Jack of Diamonds. Is that your card?
That was my card.
Jack of Diamonds was your card, but it wasn't your card. No, so I'll take the Jack, and I'll snap it like that, and it changes to 10 of hearts. Is that your card?
Got it.
Got it. You know, gamblers and magicians do, a lot of times use the same sleights, but gamblers don't do fancy things like magicians. Magicians show off and do fancy things. You never see a gambler do something like this or something like this, because you're not going to I'm not going to go, wow, I want to play cards with this guy. They do things real subtle.
Your wits and we'll turn.
Magicians a lot of times use the same sleights, but gamblers don't do fancy things like magicians. Magicians show off and do fancy things. You never see a gambler do something like this or something like this because you're not going to go, wow, I want to play cards with this guy. They do things real subtly, and so when they get together to test their ability, they got to do them in real subtle ways. They take a shuffle deck and try to cut, for example, to the 4 jacks out of a shuffle deck. They cut to 4 jacks. Wow. Of course, I could find the other 2 if I wanted to. But I wanted to go one step further. I wanted to take half the cards face up and half the cards face down and shuffle them face up and face down, giving me a real mess. In fact, I'll do it again. No? Yes? Again. This gives us, you know, at least half the cards facing in the opposite direction, no matter which way you turn the deck. Now, I'll go through the cards cutting. And I'd like you to say stop at any time. We'll have a random selection. Okay? Stop. Okay, now it would have been an 8. You stop me at an ace. Now, I'll cut to all 4 aces out of the stack. Okay? Now, so that you don't have to remember things like clubs, hearts, spades. Now, you know, these things get confusing. Every time I cut to a card, I'll take it out of the deck, so I can't cut to the same one more than once. Like, for example, I can't cut to the ace of diamonds again. See, and I don't need to. All I have to do is wave over the deck, and now the aces will come out by themselves. Yes? By themselves. But you see, every time I cut to cards, there's less cards to cut to. See, and there used to be 4. Now there's only 2 aces left. Now for ace number 3, I just brush like this. That gives us 3 aces. But now there's only 1 ace left. So I'm going to find ace number 3, the little blind luck. You'll all help me by momentarily closing your eyes. No, I'll find ace number 4 the fancy way at the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It was fancy, though, wasn't it? Jumped out. Right. Okay. No, how about this? Would this be a good trick? Would it be a good trick if I could just cast a shadow of mystery over that 7 and change it into the final ace? Would that be a good trick?
Yeah.
What do the rest of you think? Well, it would be a good trick. I didn't say I would. I just it'd be good if I did. Now, actually, what I think would be better would be to rub the 4 aces through the organic tunnel of mystery and change them all into the 4 sevens. And the rest of the deck that we shuffled face up and the face down, it all faces exactly the same way, each and every card except for the 4 face-up aces that you want in the right, in the very center. We no longer need the deck, so we'll get rid of that and go on to something else. I'm going to show you the oldest illusion known to man. Wait. Anybody bring any rings? No, just kidding. These will be the trick with the 3 solid brass cups and the magic wand. Now, each one of these cups are absolutely identical. Especially this one. Now, these are real cups. I don't want you to think I'm going to trick you or anything. 3 cups, a wand, 2 hands. All I have to do is tap, giving us 1, a little red bruise. 2, I get a little cork ball. Now, it's covered with a red sweater, kind of like a disco cherry. That's for cup number 1. For ball number 2, I spin and tap. That gives us a second ball for cup number 2. Now, notice how they kind of rest on the cup when you drop them on there. That's because I didn't do magic. If I did magic, it would go straight through the top. That's worth a try. Ball number 3, all I have to do is spin once, twice, and 3 times. No, sometimes that happens by itself. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now that we've got the balls, we'll start the trick. All you have to do is push the wand through the hand and tap, and the balls vanish 1 at a time. Now, I'll do the second one exactly the same way, just a little bit different. Just a touch. That's ball number 2, completely gone. Ball number 3, I'll even let you see ball number 3 vanish. All I have to do is touch, and all 3 balls vanish. And when they do, they come back to their cups. That's 1, 2, and 3. I will make it simpler for you to follow as I go along. In this case, I eliminated one ball. I'll eliminate a cup. I'll even eliminate the wand, giving us just 2 balls and 2 cups. Now, each ball goes into its respective cups, and all I have to do is snap my fingers, and when I do, this ball vanishes and reappears over here. Underwhelming, isn't it? Now, I'll do it again. By eliminating one more ball, I'll eliminate one more cup. Now we just have 1 ball and 1 cup, and this time all I'll do is blow. That's all I'll do, just to blow. Watch. And the wallet disappeared. It's a joke. Yeah, here you go. Just like that, the ball disappears and reappears. How come nobody ever goes, I'll try it again. Look, you face the ball out, you go, just like that, he goes, it's okay. Of course, I could put the ball over here and it comes back to the cup. Every time I put the ball away, it comes back to the cup because it's a trick. And they come back. But I want to end with a surprise. Would it surprise you if I could make this ball disappear and reappear under any cup you named? Yes. That's so. Okay, how about this? Instead, this time I'll just snap my fingers. Now, when I snap my fingers, you never can tell what'll turn up. Get it? Turn up. That's this spud's for you. There's a lemon, and there's an onion. Thank you.
I don't think you stay right place there because somebody gonna sit here, block you. You can move a little bit this way. It's all right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
My name is Slidini. If you don't want to call me Slidini, you call me Slipurini. Okay, let me see. You. Did you mind this one here? See, I told you. I'm a little bit this. Hey, do you like a mage? Yes. Yes? Okay. May I have your hand this way? Good. I'm going to tear this cigarette. Look. You can see out there, right? Mm-hmm. In fact, I'm going to tear them all the way through. Take all the tobacco out. See? And the paper. Okay? Yeah. Now, put the tobacco in my hand. Fine. I want you to take this paper, smash them into little balls, and put them right on the center. Now take your time. On the center. You never see anything so beautiful like this. You know, sometimes someone doesn't like this trick. I don't know why. Do you know why? You know what I do if they don't like it? I put it back in the hand, I get it back in the box, forget all about it. Would you like to see another one?
Yes.
Good. We'll make another one. Take a look. Look, look, look. See? See? Believe it or not, this is the only trick, the first trick that I learned when I started to do magic. You don't believe it, it's true. No trick, no trick. Yeah. Okay, now watch. Come close, come close. I'll do very slow. You see the cigarette here? Okay? Look. I'm going to turn it right in the center. Right in here, look. I show the other side, look. Satisfied? Okay. Now, turn the center. I can't do any better. Watch it now. Now I'm going to restart the cigarette. Look. What's the next? Here I have an empty box. Look, that again, no bottom, no top, lead. See? You can't see anything inside. So we put them in here. Here I have a 4 paper napkins. 4. 1. 2, 3, and 4. 4 paper napkins. Take my word. I'm going to explain to you so you know what I'm doing. I'm going to take those paper napkins, by the way, where I put it in. You want to step down?
Here you go.
Thank you. Professor. Yes. I find this one here. I'd like to have somebody here. Okay. What is this? Take a look. What is it? Huh?
Sugar.
Sugar. Right?
Yes.
Good. Sugar. Look. May I have your hand here? Wait for the third. Okay. See? Feel it. Anything gets done? No. Nothing gets done, right? Good. Now, you know, I can be outside and change it for the salt or something else. You sure you sure? How you know? I want you to test. See if it's a sugar. Take your time. That's a sugar?
Yes.
Now put it in my hand. Good. Now, I'm going to put the paper on the top. And believe it or not, the sugar from the hand will go inside of the bag. You think it's possible? Watch. What? Open your hand. Come on. Hey. Got to be sugar inside. Thank you. What's the next? Now, I want to tell you, see, I do a few things, then we have a 10 minutes intermission, and then I explain what I do. Okay? Now I have to have a young fellow, gentleman. You never saw me before, right?
No, sir.
No? You'd be sorry. Look. This about is the best. Here I have two handkerchiefs. Look. Open up the 6 centimeter wall. No? This one. No. Huh? Good. I'm going to tie those two handkerchiefs together. I'm going to make the fine knot. You're not going to believe it. You know why? Because I'm a magician.
Like a politician.
Magicians, they do a lot of dirty tricks. Not me, much. So, I'll let you tie. You tie yourself. Would you believe it? Good. I'll tie first, then I'll let you tie. The same time, when I tie, watch your close. I'll go very slow. Look. So far, so good. Now, watch. Good?
Looks good.
me.
All right. I'm not going to pull. I want you to look first. Look. Here.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
I do slow. Look.
Okay.
Right. I can't do any better. Now, steady on down. How long it take to open this nut if I think about?
2 minutes.
3 minutes. No 4 and no 2. 3 minutes. You know, I'm going to let you tie in the bottom. Then we see who tied better, you or me. Now, don't get nervous. Everything's going to be okay. You tie right here. Go ahead. Take your time. Tell her. See, I promise I'll let you tie, so you tie it for me. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. The boy is coming. Good. Pull it tight. Tight. Don't worry about it. Okay, now you hold this in the hand. You know, you see these things like this. You know, still I don't convince you.
You're pretty good.
Still you think I'll do something. I'm going to show you that I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to prove it to you. Look. I tie square knot. Square knot, everybody knows that the more you pull, the more you tie. Right? Okay. Now, what is this?
It's half a square knot.
See?
Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect, right? Would you mind to hold this in the hand? Here. Stay tight here because I'm going to pull.
Okay.
All right? Now, do we all? Sit! I can't do any better. Sit, you can open by your finger. Try. I'll give you 2 hours.
I don't think it's going to come untied for me.
You don't think so? You're going to stay all night here.
Would you mind doing it?
Not only that, but I want to show you that he can tie more. Look. Anything wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you can tear them apart. I don't care. You can pull yourself. You can do anything you want. But if you hold this in the hand, that's the same thing. You know, there's another way to do it. Another way. I don't know if you saw this before. If you take the 2 handkerchiefs together and you tie, and then you tie this way. Do you know the name of this knot? Mm-hmm. Where have you been?
North Carolina.
I'll show what I mean. Look. I'm close, right? I'll do very slow. pull. Don't break. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you one question. A knot tied this month got to be opened by finger. Is true, yes or no?
Yes.
So can be done.
Right.
Unless you do this way, that's a different case. You know something, I don't think you pay attention. I'll do it again for you. Okay? You want to stay again?
Yes, sir, please.
And I'll be very slow with this time. Look. Have a clue. Look. If you see anything wrong, you can tell me. Look. Okay. All right. We're going to tie my heart. Look. Watch. I can't do any better, right? Now, this is the last question, and I don't bother you anymore, right? Do you think that I'll be able to cut this knot right in half without no scissors, no knife, no saw? You never saw before, right?
I've never seen that before, no.
You know something? You can do yourself this. It's so simple. You have no idea. If you put the two thumbs together this way, while you hold the knot here, all you have to do, pop, and you make a two knot. Now, I'm going to explain one trick. Then we have a late interrogation. Then I'll explain everything. Maybe some more. Those handkerchiefs, you can pull a car, never turn, 10 years, never turn. It's a silk and not a lot. Now I have to come close so you can see. Can you see one of the handkerchiefs is so in red? Can you see? Okay. I'll make a big one so you'll all see. You're not going to use this, just to see. See? Just the bottom and the top. No side. That's the way it's so in red. Okay. Now we have two handkerchiefs here. Only one handkerchief is a sew, you know, I could never see myself. Red. Can you see the red?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Right? Okay. The bottom and the top. Remember, if you do this, always you let them examine. Say, would you mind examine the handkerchief? Anything wrong?
Sure.
Examine. Now you know I give it to you, the right handkerchief, right?
Right.
I take on left hand. Right? So, Nobody knows it because the material carries those things. So this got nothing. Okay. Now I'm going to tie a knot. Remember, the red handkerchief is in the left hand, right? I'm going to tie a knot. Everybody can tie a knot. You tie a knot. Okay. Now, never change the left hand. Only you know which one got to the right. Only you do this, and here we are. See? Comes right out. Then you say, would you mind to hold this in the hand? I'll be right back. When you come back. All right, let's try once more. You tie for me. Then I'll show you why you can tie more. One time you turn. Okay? All right. See? It's done already. Look. Now, tie it again. Tie a little long. Tie a little long. Here. Good. Now, which one is the red? This one? You lie. See, you lie. You see? Can't be this. Try it again. You have to remember that this never change. Okay, try it again. Now, I don't need this because I'm sorry I have it. Which one is the red? This. Which one?
This one's a red one.
You sure?
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
The red one's on the other hand.
Oh, that's because the red one's over
The red
here.
handkerchief's in the other hand.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Never change your left hand, okay? Try for me.
I'm sorry.
This one is the red.
Here's a red.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Because you know the red one, you let it make some. Tie.
Okay.
Make a long. That's it. That's it. Now that's the one. Look, only you do this. Okay? Just by motion. More until you reach it to the thumb. See? Reach it to the thumb. And it still go around the finger. Now, around the finger. And I'll leave it a small one. And I'll keep it going with the longer one. Now this longer one will go through the hole. See? See, I put it through the hole, I push them at the other side, and they both outside. So you take the two ends, you pull, and here's the knot. So, now I say, you know, a knot tied in this manner, got to be over by feet. It's true, yes or no? They say, no, yes. So, I say, so can be done. So you are here now. You take the knot. You feel which one comes out. See, the knot is on the right hand. I feel it in the right hand. See, it comes out. Look. See? So I say, so can be done. Unless you do this way, that's a different thing. So now pull. Now I'll do the second part. It's almost the same. I said, I'll do it again. You don't pay no attention. What's the matter with you? So I put it together, but you never see. See? No throat. Now, say, look, I'll do it again. I'll do the same thing. From the bottom, I pull it forward, and I go round. You never see. I leave the smaller one, and I go round with a bigger one. And I push them through the hole. See? Now, I hold the nut inside, you can't see. See? And I can show that there's nothing wrong. Look, you can show all sides. I can even do this solid thing, you know. Solid thing. See, now, last question. I'm not going to bother you anymore. You think I can carry this in 2 knots? They say no. Can be done. You can do yourself. You take a boat, you just tight. Now you see this come a little floppy. But as soon as I do this, I do this. I pull a little bit. Here I have a okay, I have to have a gentleman now. Mostly that is so before his bed. Another gentleman. Okay, never saw me before. I don't care. Anyway. I don't embarrass anybody. You never saw before? No. Okay. I'm going to ask you some questions. I want you to answer me what you see, not what you feel. I don't care what you feel. Whatever you see, you tell me, right? Okay. Now, firstly, how many coins I have here all together? 7, right? 7. Good. $6, silver dollar. This is an English penny. This is a no. This is going to fool you if you don't watch. Okay? Now take a 3 in the right hand. 3. Only 3. Right? Good. Now if I take an English penny, then I put it here, is it the right hand or left?
Right. Right.
Good. Then I take a 3 in the left hand, right? 3. Then I leave this way, and this way. Now, I'm going to pass this coat through the table. The first time I'm going to look for the weakest one. Why you look so suspicious? Did you see that? You think I did something?
Good possibility.
I got news for you. Never happened. I never do anything. Never. Never. Then, if I have a 3 in the left, how many are supposed to have in the right?
4.
3 and the English penny. Right?
Right.
So, how many I have here now? 3 and English penny 4. And how many here?
3.
Did you ever see a miracle before? You see one now. Through the table. Here. Here? No. No. Maybe here. You never know within the center. Here. Ah, here. Yeah. You see nothing yet. You know, I told you that this was going to fool you. So, this time we're not going to use it anymore. I use only 6. Oh, this, 3, and 3. And here they are. You can't miss, right?
Right.
Good. All right. Now, I'm going to pass them through the table, but always you're going to look for the weakest spot. All right? You're suspicious. That's crazy thing. I don't do anything. I'm going to prove it to you once more. All right? That I have told you. Okay? So, how many are we here now?
3.
How many?
3.
Any here?
3.
Watch it. You said 3.
3, yes.
You know, I can use to myself. What? Here they are. Here they are. I know what's wrong with you.
What's wrong?
I really know. Too many coins. Want to take two coins out. Use only 4. You know, people cash you. I don't. I never can. But you're gonna like this because I like it myself. It's so beautiful. Look, 2 and 2. I have 4 coins inside of the hand. I can't believe it. I can't believe it the way you look. Well, I swear I didn't do anything. You didn't even tell me where they are.
True.
Right? Now, if I have a tuner left, you, I don't know, how many I have in the right? 2. No.
No.
Possible. Yeah? Oh, this thing. But the best of all, what? And you know something, I think there's still too many coins. We take 2 more out, it's only 2. Now, those cubes, you should see this. Look. This is the one I like myself. I practice every day, so many times. Why? Because I like it. Oh? Okay. This, you're going to enjoy. Number 1. And number 2. Watch. We take 1 hour. We use only 1. Now this, the world talk about 1 coin routine. Every magician talk about 1 coin. So open your eyes and you'll see that I'm right. The coin is here. It's always here. From here, that's here. And disappear. And nobody knows where it is unless I take it from here. And from here goes Denver. And from there it comes here. And from here goes Benvenuti. That's what it is. I can take from there and I can put it here. What? See, come out here. I'll do it again. First, here, look, what? Big, see? Come out here. And from here, raise up, look on the valley. You get that? Say something. He's sleeping. What's the matter with you? So I'll take it again, I'll do it again. I'll raise him up to sleep. There's many ways to do it. It's here. You can pass them through the hand. Look. What? You can do it again. You say. do this one. You see 3 and 3. Okay? All right. Tell me, how many, what you know? How many coins I have in the right hand?
3.
3, right. Now, listen. 3, right?
Right.
Good. If it is possible for me, just touch, look, that's all, that I have a 6.
No.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Can't be done.
Can't be done.
Good.
Never happened.
I don't
No
care
way.
what you say.
No way. Possible.
I don't care what you say. In your mind, if you think I did something,
Yes.
so you're telling me it's not true. I still prove it to you. No.
3.
You see, everybody thinks I'll do something. Very slow. Watch it. Look. What?
He did do it again.
I'll do another one for you.
All right.
Okay? Can you give me your hand at the bottom of the paper? Even if it's closed, it's all right. All right? When I say, no. When I say, give me your hand at the bottom of the paper, you give your hand right away.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not going to do anything.
Go off.
6 coats. Look. 3 and 3. You see that? Okay? Now, I'm going to pass them to... No, I didn't mean that. Well, I mean, you have doubt. I want you to listen. See how many I have in the right hand. Just to listen. How many?
That's like 3.
3.
Right.
Now, if you're not sure, I'll show it to you. Good. Okay. Now, here. How many?
3.
3. Show.
Yeah. Why don't you show it?
You want to show it again? This is too much. I'll charge you double.
3. 3.
Don't ask me anymore.
Okay, I promise.
3. Good. Once more, and I'll pull you. Open your eyes. Listen. How many?
3.
3, right?
Right.
Good. Now, here.
3.
3. Now, give your hand at the bottom of the table. You're too late. You're too late. You're too late. Now, you have a table with a little cloth. So if you drop something, it doesn't go through the legs. Not, I don't do everything, but sometimes you need it. When you nobody see, you take one of those, you cut it. Now, you throw some. It's too much. So that's good enough. See, you close a little bit. So when you put in a pocket, the sugar doesn't go out. See? It's in the pocket. They're both in the pocket. Now, when I come here, that I come here, see, I drop one already. The other one is here. Very elegant. Won't be nice. Oh, I can't cover up. I didn't know that I had another one. Well, all the sugar, when you put it, you very strong. So you take some out. And you close, so the pocket doesn't go away. So I come here, I take a boat. When I come here, one is gone already. I say, take a look, what is this? Sugar. That's the sugar, right? Sugar. Okay. We'll open up. Now, may I have your hand? Sure. Okay. Now, don't forget, when you do this, hold it this way. Between the first and second finger. Don't catch it with the thumb, because you cannot catch the other one. See? So, I say, look, I can fool you. I can be in a toilet, and I can change it for salt. I can change it for flour or anything. Watch. This is the time. I said, I want you to test. See if it's a sugar. Okay, test it. And you come back. Here. See, I got to the bag. I said, now give it the sugar. This is called a revolver. Okay? Now, this is done already, but not really. I put it in the bag on the top of the hand. Do you think it's possible that the sugar got through the hand into the bag?
Has to be there.
Can be done. Well, so you open up and give your hand a drop of sugar. A drop of sugar. Let's see if we can proceed. it could go all night. I never buy a cigarette. Look, anytime I want a cigarette, all I have to do is just reach and take a cigarette. Like if I do this way. See? I have to reach, take a cigarette. If I do this way. If somebody asks me a cigarette, what I would do? I break on a hat. I give a piece each. If they don't like, I put it back again. Look. Watch. See? That's all. Edge of the table. The edge of the table. Now, if you come this way, when you turn the hand, you come out this way. If you go too far this way, then the hand come out this way, you can't drop the tobacco. So gotta be really, see the bone to the little finger. So when you do this way, see the tobacco fall down, and you go there, and it's done. So here we are. I say, no, make a little ball, put them right on the center, rest. Take your time. See, I got it, see? Now, put a ball. Good, right on the center. But this is a beautiful thing, and I you won't believe it. This is beautiful. I know it's beautiful. Telling you say the book. I don't say the book. Which book? Look, the principle is this. Look, you got him this way. You see? This way. You can't see, but it's open. Look, I can't cut the finger here, but nobody will see. Can you see they open? No. So they're loose. When I turn the hand, they're loose. Again, look. See, look. They come one piece. Now, if you don't leave it loose, you do this, and it's no good. You really leave it loose. Here. See? Now, if you got the coins, you got them here. See? Here. Okay, but there are no. There are no. See, this is a loose. I'll take this away, see? I got nothing. Here they are. Here they get, look. Here they are. Nobody thinks they come from here. So, I do 1 3. How many coins I have here? 6, right? 6 coins. 3 and 3, and here they are. Satisfied? Right. Good. Fine. Now, I'm going to pass it to the... See, it's suspicion? You see, it's suspicion. You can see the face. You know, I just say that. You think I did something, you're wrong. But look, I didn't do anything.
Just look like it.
I look like it, but I didn't do anything. Instead, I do this. Watch. See, I didn't do anything. I still show here and here. 3 that fall down and 3 here. I bet you the same jingle. I'll do it again.
Oh my God.
Now you think I did something, but it's not true. No, I didn't do anything. I'll prove it to you. I got 3 here, 3 here. See, they are here. So now, I'll pick them up, and I'll say how many I have here. 3. And here?
3.
And here? They say three. Then I come down, I pick them up, and I'm going to bottom of the bigger. They are. What the hell was I going to show you? I forgot.
See the two brothers cigarette, Tony.
Burkish cigarette?
Yeah.
You want to see the other one?
Not me so much.
There we are. Right, now listen. Down. Now look. Good evening. How are you? All right? Good. Your shoelace is undone. Now listen. Now listen, Mrs. Woman. Now. Down. Now look. Do you know your name? Intelligent. When I do that, any number between 1 and 10. But it must be odd or even. Wait for it. Are you ready?
7.
Correct. Take your clothes off. Too long. Now listen, what are we going to do? First of all, the Queen sends greetings. And I'd like to thank you all for making it possible for me to be here because I flew on the old BOAC airline, bought on American credit. Now, didn't think we were going to land because Roger Crabtree was the pilot and that was dodgy. Now, what are we going to do? Roger Crabtree's got a new job with the cheapest airline in the world, Ajax Airlines. They take off vertically, they hover while the world spins round and drop one over the right airport. Now listen. Don't panic. Keep taking tablets. Now look. Now for this. By the way, we've been watching your election at home. Great fun. People say to me, "You go to America, Terry. That Ronald Reagan, has he dyed his hair?" I said, "No, it's the same colour as when he bought it." No, Maggie's just the same. Maggie's just the same. Because you see, I have to come here because I'm unlucky in England. When I was a kid, I had a rubber duck and it drowned. Had a rocking horse, broke its leg and they shot it. Started to collect insects. A man gave me a praying mantis. Turned out to be an atheist. Last night in the bar here, I met this beautiful blonde. She says, "I live near here. Come round home, there's no one in." I went round, there was no one in. I was a horrible kid. I used to scotch tape worms to the sidewalk and see the birds get hernias picking them up. Down. Now listen, don't panic. Still got your clothes on. All right, now look. Are you making notes? Oh, right. Now, I want to show you something I learned when I was in Switzerland climbing the twin peaks of a Swiss air hostess. Now, this is rather interesting. Can I borrow from someone a filter cigarette because I've left mine in the machine in the bar? Who's got a filter cigarette I can borrow for 3.5 weeks? Who's got a filter cigarette? Oh, someone coughed. He must have. Right. Have you got a light? You got my car? Give me a ride home. Spare room. Got a door ready back there. Got a light on the box. Where are you? Now, you keep chickens? Now, the reason for the cigarette, folks, is as follows. I'm going to ask the gentleman sitting there with the novelty suit on. Halloween's finished, didn't you know? Now, listen. Could you just slip your jacket off, sir, because I want to give them a laugh, and I've seen the state of it. Would you do that? No, not you, him. Right, now then, just slip it off. Oh, he's taking his wallet out. You don't trust me? Okay. Good God. 6 doves, 1 wallet, 3 bits of silk. If you've got a thumb tip, I'll borrow it and do the act. Right, now listen. Terrific. Hey, you're big. Did you fall asleep in the greenhouse? Right, now listen. Careful. You ruffled his hair. Now listen. I'm getting like you. Go to the barber's and ask for a doggy bag. Now listen. This elephant walked out the jungle, saw a man in the nude. Went up to him and said, "How do you eat with that?" Now listen, here we go. Now. The elephant's got a long trunk like that. She must be a ventriloquist. Now listen. Now, sir, you don't mind if I call you sir? Just a joke. Now listen. What is your first name, please? Gene. Gene? Oh, really? I've seen you walk, I realise. Now listen. What's the last name, Gene?
Drake.
Who?
Drake.
Drake? Is it? That's good. You live here? Oh, nice place you've got. Down you fall. Now listen. Don't panic. Keep taking the tablets. Hello, storm's getting nearer. Now listen. Do not dry clean, fumigate and burn. Look at that lining. Cool. Must be a Pinto going round without seat covers. Look at it. Now, sorry about your arm. How'd you do it? Faith healing. Now, now look. Folks, when you look at a man's suit in this modern day and age, you can't tell by looking whether it's good material or whether it's a man-made fibre. Like nylon, crimpolene, terraline, all that sort of rubbish. Now, you can't tell by looking, sir, which it is. But I wish to tell you something. There is a test. Now, you'll love this if you've got a sense of humour. Real good material burns with a steady smoke. Yes. It's very good. How do you do that? Man-made fibres sit there, melt and go horrible. I'm going to give this the test. But I want to tell you, folks, that this is not a trick. Tricks work. This is an experiment. And if it goes wrong, it's not my fault. Yeah, it's his cigarette. Yeah, now. And don't worry about wearing the suit in the future. Wear it without the pants. No one will look at the burn in the coat. Down. Now listen. I'll do this on the centre seam because if it goes wrong, it's a lot easier to stitch it over. Are you ready? Silly arse. Now listen. Tell them nothing. Let them buy a program. Now look. Make a little hole like that right on the centre, sir. For technical reasons. Now listen. Okay, sir. Now then, look at that. Now, do you realise you now have a smoking jacket? And in 10 seconds, it could be a blazer. Aha! I'll get it really going for you. There we are. Look at that. Laugh. Short coat. I'm going to stub it out. Not on the floor. That is dangerous. I shall stub it out by grinding it straight down into the coat like that. Just grind it right down into all the material because the ash and tobacco stops it getting moth. Because one burn is enough problem. All you've got to do is open it up. No ash, no tobacco, no cigarette, no burn. A wonderful gentleman. A round of applause. Right here. Object of meeting, stereo. and invents a new bullet made out of gunpowder and sage and onion. So when you shoot ducks, you stuff them at the same time. Now, I should do this while standing on the floor in his right mind facing east. Now look, that is the one side, that is the other side. If I was to tear this in half, somebody shout out and tell me how many pieces. Who asked you? Thank you, sir. Well done. So you should be. I know him. Cut the front out of his pants and went fly fishing. Now look. And he put a bit of hard. And he goes, shut up. How many is that?
3.
Who said 3? You read the book. Now listen. 3. You lean against the wall. That's plastered as well. Now we'll do another one. Down. Now look. Right. And he put a bit of honey. How many is that? 8. And he advanced on 8. That's good. This time, notice the difference. No safety net will be used. Okay, so over the hard, he goes over the hard. How many is that? 16. Who said that? Who's overacting over there? Never mind, love. Well done. So you should be. Now look. Last time. Left hand over there, right hand over there. 2 legs inside his leg covers. Feet on the end of his legs. Stops them fraying at the ends. Now look. Straight down the middle. Now you say, what will he do with those 32 pieces? Now the first suggestion could be physically impossible. If I was to count them one at a time, you say, what a strange thing for a 4-eyed English lunatic to do. So I shall. I hold them in front of me and wave my hand over the top, which does nothing. But it keeps the watch going. I'm now stuck with the 32 pieces. What I really wanted to do was to read you again, but I forgot where we got to. Now, I'm pretty sure it wasn't that page. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that page. I know it wasn't that page over there. Sure it wasn't that page over there. How about that? You can't be doing ridiculous. There you go. Okay, throw it up for tomorrow. Now, listen. Just hope Tony Sliding wasn't here to see it. Now, now, this is terrific. Now, this, folks, is a genuine Austrian-made 6-shot repeating revolver. I'm going to fire these bullets at you, the audience, right round the room. Now, this will kill you. Then we'll all go home and have an early night. Now, to make it slightly more interesting, this is what is known as a pack of cards. And these cards cannot be examined, and they cannot be shuffled. Otherwise, I'm all screwed. That's good. No trees left. Right, now listen, come here. Under the bag of cement. Good. Legs together, over the trapdoor. Good. All right. Stand by. Get down in a minute. Right. Now. First name? John. John. Last name? Tudor. Really? Yeah. Is that your real name, or are you breaking it in for someone else? No. Good. What do you do for a living? Magician. Magician. Right. Good. Hey, what sort of magic? Oh, good. I'm going to watch your show. Carry on. All right. $100 bill. Okay. What have you got? Have you got 100? I thought you would have, because you don't spend money on your clothes, do you? Tell her nothing, tell her right. One bag of cement, relax. Right, keep taking the sandwich. Right, now look. What we're going to do with your $100 bill, the tears will run down your leg. Now, you'll have this. You'll fall about if you've got a sense of humour. You really will. You must have worry in that. No. Okay. Now, look at the serial number on the bill, sir, and read out the last 3 numbers for the customers gathered here at this magnificent harvest.
072.
A bit louder.
072.
No need to overact. Don't stand on there, I can't breathe. It's good, that, wasn't it? Do you like that? Here, have a lump of sugar. Right, now. You didn't get one when I burnt your coat, did you? No. Cough! That's it, there's yours. Right. Right, sir. Now, in my pocket, I've got a felt pen. I know that. I felt it. Have another one. Right, good. Healthy, he's got a cold, wet nose. Now look. Sign your name in full right across the 100, either on the front side, if you want to, on the other side, if you wish to be clever, do it on the edge, and we'll all have a laugh. But give me the pen back, because that's how I got it in the first place. Have you signed your name on the banknote?
I certainly have.
Good. Well, what you've done is illegal. Silly ass. Right, now, he has too. Have another one. Right, good luck. Right. Now, I'm going to take the $100 on the bag of cement. Relax. Not yet. Get back. Now, look. I fold it once.
Right.
I fold it two's.
Right.
And I fold it through's. Now, you'd like to know what I'm going to do with that.
I certainly would.
Good. Keep your knees together. Now, I'll explain. Over here, I've got 4 envelopes. Now, 3 of the envelopes are stuck down. Take them. This one is not stuck down. You know why? It's stuck up. Have another. Ow! Don't lick my fingers. I'm not Colonel Sanders. No. Cough! That's it. Now that one back. Now look. Oh, you wanted it. I'm sorry. Right. There you go. Right. Good. Right. There it is. Lovely. Oh, too big for you? Right. Now listen. Hold those to the light one at a time. And in each one you'll see a small piece of paper folded like your $100. Can you see that?
Yes.
That is done to confuse you. Right. Which I think is going to be simple. Stuck it down in Spanish. Now place yours with the $100 on the bottom of the pile. 3 with a bit of paper on the top. Making the whole thing very simple for you to see what we're doing. Now tell me, I'm trying to help you, which is the one with the 100?
This one.
That's quick. Move like a flash. I shall move one, will you? Yes, I will. Why? I've got to. Have you? Yes, get on with it, all right? You will. Oh, down, not yet. Which is the one with the 100?
This one.
That's good. Anyone with 100? That's good. Anyone with 100? Yes, sir. That's good. He doesn't believe you. Look, right. Never mind. Right. Listen, sorry you weren't looking. Look, 1 like that, 3 like that, 2 like that, another 1 like that, 1 out there like that, another 1 up there like that, 1 up there like that, 3 like that, 2 like that, another 1 like that, 1 up there like that, another 1 like that, couple out there like that, another 1 like that, all right, 3 up there like that, 2 like that, another 1 like that, 1 like that, and 1 like that. Do you follow that?
Yes.
That's good. Take the envelopes, put them behind your back and shuffle them up. Not literally, we lose them. I'm going to take the felt pen and write on the envelopes French numbers. 1 to 4. You speak French?
No.
La petite chose. Zip. En français. On. How long have you been like this? Deux. It's 2.
Deux.
French, or for Tony Shelley, Harvey Smith. Now listen. Right. Here's a clever one. 3. So I'm not good at the high numbers. Or Dolly Parton. Now listen. Last one. Double deux. 2 of them. 4. Now, sir, is your $100 in 1, 2, 3, or double deux? And the odds are 3 to 1. The choice is yours. Which one will you have? Take it.
Double deux.
Place it in your pocket, unless it's all healed up on you. Hold your right hand out flat. And I forgot to tell you, I accept no responsibility for this. You took it, it's your fault. You're dead. And your skin's leaking. Hold it there. On your hand, I place this small baking tin. Now, folks. Don't muck about. out with the props, the sheet. Right.
Let's see that.
Lovely. Terrific. Got them from Tanners. Now listen. Change your mind and have number 3.
Sure, why not? I'll take number 2.
Oh.
Surprised?
Jim, can you start my car up? Now this is the funny bit. This is where we find out if you have a sense of humour. Change your mind.
No, too late now.
That's good. Laugh, it's your money. Get $100 worth of giggles. Change your mind?
Yes.
Oh. Any of the dealers got the instructions? Now, sir, get $100 worth of giggles, go on. Silly ass. Now, listen. You realise I have burnt these up on your instructions. It's all your fault. Take the envelope from your pocket, sir. For the first time, what number envelope did you choose?
Dude.
Terrific. Was it a free choice?
Yes.
No, it was a deux choice.
It was a dude choice, right.
Have I touched it while you've been standing there?
I hope not.
Have I touched the envelope?
No.
Good. Now listen. Tear open the top of the side. Take out your $100, sir. Undo it, if you would, as quickly as you can. Read out the last 3 numbers. Check that the signature is genuinely your signature. And friends, for our young man here being such a good sport, once he's identified it, I want you to thank it for coming out. It's... Oh.
Good trick, Terry.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Do I not get to keep this?
an error has crept in. His lucky number is not 2. But never mind. Have a lump of brown sugar. Now then, you realise you've had nearly $100 worth of sugar. Now tomorrow, you take this to the bank manager. Say to the bank manager, I went out last night. At the meeting, I met this 4-eyed English lunatic. That's me. I lent him $100, and he burnt it up in front of me. And all me and my friends did was laugh like mad. Hand this to the bank manager, tell him what happened. He will give it back to you and tell you what you can do with it. In which case, to help you, I've made one end pointed. You've been a good sport, but don't worry. I've got a fire insurance wallet here. Now listen. Wrong one. Now listen. Now I'll tell you what. Smell that for leather. Cowhide. But it didn't. Those who bought the ticket, that's a new line. Right, now listen. A built-in zip fly. Sitting all on its own, one insurance envelope which is stuck down. Not only stuck down, but on it, 3 red seals. Oh, oh, oh! That's very good. Look, do it again, do it again. Oh, 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 terrific. Have a fish. Now listen. What does it say on that side? What does it say on there? Fire insurance envelope is stuck down, 3 red seals. I'll tear the top off. Sir, take out the insurance policy if you would. Be kind enough to undo it and read out for the customers gathered at the meeting genuinely the last 3 numbers. The last 3 numbers, sir, quite honestly, are
072.
your signature. Any questions? because it kept him out the army. 1 when I become 3, jump! 3. Say when at 4 when I become 6, jump! Another error has crept in. I'll explain this. 5. Hand there looks like 4, hand there like 6, over there 2, hand there 3, hand there 1. Empty hand over there, empty hand over there. Last piece of card. 2 one side, 5 the other, all set to start. Imagine I was telling you the truth that it really was 3 over there and 4 over there. You couldn't do that. You might have got that over there, 5 over there, went back over there, only got 1, then you got 6. You can't do that. Now look. If you had 6 over there, only got 2 there, good Lord, he's got 7. Now, that's good. If you got 7 over there, went over there, only got 3, went over there, only got 8, I wouldn't understand it, nor would you. Good night, God bless, and there you go.
Fantasy, in which the things that cannot be seem to be, take place, and for that moment are. What the hell am I talking about? Oh. I got it. Now that looks ripped, doesn't it? Cooperate, you won't be hurt.
Yes.
I know, I saw it in the mirror, don't get nasty. It even sounds like I'm ripping it because I'm into multimedia up here. Got every angle figured out, because I understand illusion, that's my business. Doug Henning that I can't figure out. I don't get the kid. Makes $1 million on TV and Broadway and then doesn't get his teeth fixed? Come on, Doug, Jesus, 1984. Some braces in that. Okay, now here's where it comes in handy to be the magician, ergo sum. Because if you're not, then you don't know the chance to make it come back together. Abracadabra, ne'er reach out and grab you. Black panties, angel's face. You can do magic. You can do anything that you desire. Magic. And you know you're the one who can put out the fire. Better check into my power. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to restore the paper now. It could take a couple of minutes, so if you want to go to the bathroom or something. Well, if people don't want to laugh, you're too sophisticated for this kind of humor. Huh? Bear with me. I know sophisticated people. Those are the same kind of people who get out of the shower to take a piss. You'll get used to me. A sudden burst, a flurry of great genius in magic, and as I predicted, the paper's restored to its original size and shape. Come on, lighten up a little bit now. I know you know the trick. This is my act. Thank you. Glad you like that, because a lot of people will come to me after the show and they'll go, Joe, wait a minute. The thing with the paper was a trick, right? Separate it from the rest of the cards. Don't point to it. Don't tell your neighbor what it is. Just look through it and think of it. You know, real men can hold their urine. I'm going to get a bad review for being nasty, but you're going to use these jokes. I have all the right lines for these things, but I can't use them. I'm going to pass out cards to members of the audience. If you get cards, look through the cards you have in your hand. Remember one of the cards. Please don't pick an ace. It's too obvious. Try to confuse me, all right? But make sure you pick a card of the one that you have, the ones that you have in your hand, and remember it. And don't say I'll think of one later on, because it won't work that way. Think of one of the ones you have in your hand and remember it. Okay, I'll give these to you. You don't mind, do you? Okay, and don't change your mind. I changed my mind one time. The new one didn't work any better. Okay, and you, sir, would you take those cards? You ever been hypnotized? Mesmerized? Simonized? Galvanized? Vulcanized? Highly immobilized, circumcised, sodomized, or otherwise? What are you guys doing? It's a bore. And let's see, this young lady right... Oh, you swanky lady, you make Cher look like a nun. Here. Look through the cards, think of one. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Chadwick's had enough. Out for another drink? Okay. Sir, do me a favor. Take your glasses off just for a second. Now put them on backwards and walk into yourself. Say hello to Alice when you get to Wonderland. Bye-bye. And let's see, somebody, would you take those cards? You speak English? Okay, hold up. Paco, take those. Okay, if you have your card in mind, remember it. Don't point to it. Don't tell your neighbor what it is. Only you should be the only one in the room. Do you know your card? Okay, and when I come around, return all the cards. I had some guy in Chicago put his card for a week, a month, a year. It makes no difference. I can tell you what cards you 5 people selected. So I guess they'll have an 11th show here. This is 10. Next year we'll get together, get a bottle of wine. My room. No, all right, well, I guess you're not going to go for that. Oh, I don't believe in mind reading. That's why I spent 2 years in a New York City basement apartment devising a special technique that makes it possible for me and me alone to dive into the minds of anybody I desire at any given moment. And with the aid of this device, although it looks a little stupid at first, nobody's mind is safe. I can feel the power surging through my every corpuscle at this very moment. Oh, you're laughing now, but when I get done with this, you're all going to want a pair of these glasses. $35 a pair, and you can buy them from me after the show. And they have multiple uses, too. I've actually seen people swimming with these. I remove the cards from the box, I'll read some of the cards, and then I'll stop, and when I stop, I'll say, did I pass anybody's card? And at that time, and only that time, if you heard your card, raise your hand, but don't tell me what it was. And don't tell me when I pass it. Most importantly, if you hear your card while I'm still reading through the deck, try and act as nonchalant as possible. Drag from a cigarette, sip from a drink, look me in the face and go, it wasn't mine, pal. All right? If you hear your card, mostly don't do this. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That usually gives it away. Now listen carefully. I'll read some, and when I stop, I'll say, did I pass him his card? That's when I want you to raise your hand. 2 of hearts, 9 of diamonds, king of diamonds, 4 of clubs, 10 of diamonds, 5 of clubs, 3 of hearts, 6 of spades, 7 of spades, and 8 of spades. Did anybody hear their card? Raise your hand now if you heard your card. Well, you're all mad. You had cards, you had cards, you had cards, you had cards, and you, all right, just want to see where you are. Nobody has a hand up. Because sometimes people are intimidated by my awesome power, and they just go. I'll read some more. Wait a minute. A message from the world beyond. No, fan mail from some flounder. Queen of diamonds, king of spades, 9 of hearts, jack of diamonds, ace of hearts, ace of spades, 2 of clubs, 8 of clubs, 5 of hearts, and jack of clubs. Anybody hear the card that time? Oh, thank you for speaking up, lady. All right, concentrate. For a 1 out of 1 and a 2-week trip on a torpedo, get ready if you would, please. It's a great prize. I believe that you selected a black card. Is that true? That's correct. Of course, I have the glasses. In a loud, clear voice, so everybody could hear exactly what was your card. So have you decided? Well, don't get obnoxious. I'll come over there and slap you, I'm telling you. Jack of clubs, did you think of a card and change your mind? No. Oh. Well, I picked the jack of clubs. You really are a great crowd. I wish I had a better act. I'm going to read some more. Concentrate if you would, please. 10 of hearts, 8 of diamonds, 7 of diamonds, ace of clubs, 2 of diamonds, 3 of clubs, 4 of hearts, jack of spades, 3 of spades, and 5 of spades. Anybody hear the card that time? I got one there. No? No? For 2 out of 2 and a chance to go on a trip with this chick right over here, I think you'll have a good time, Philip, because you look like you're hurting big time. You know what I'm talking about? Concentrate. I believe that you selected a heart. Is that true?
That's correct.
I got a fan over here. Okay, I don't see your card. In a loud, clear voice, exactly what was your card, sir?
4 of hearts.
The what?
4 of hearts.
The 4 of hearts is exactly what I thought. That's 2 for 2. I'm going to read on. Where did I leave off? Okay. 5 of diamonds, 4 of spades, jack of hearts, 6 of diamonds, queen of hearts, queen of spades, king of clubs, 9 of clubs, 7 of hearts, and 6 of clubs. Anybody hear their card that time?
I did.
You did? Good. For 3 out of 3 on a menage a trois on a torpedo. Get ready if you would, please. Oh, you all want cards now. I can feel it. I believe that you selected a heart. Is that true?
That's true.
Yeah. You know you're the only one in the room who knows your card.
That's right.
I'm about to divine it. In a loud, clear voice, what was your card?
Jack of hearts.
That's exactly what I thought. Hey, are you just getting here, guys? I marked you absent. You haven't heard your card. You haven't heard yours. You got to admit this is a very long and boring trick. So before we go any further, I'm just going to read your mind, which I have a feeling is going to be a little like taking a vacation. Concentrate if you would, please. I believe that you selected a club. Is that true? Pardon me? But it was a red card. Well, I'm not stupid. Yes, a red card? Okay. 4 out of 4. Concentrate on your card. Yeah. Out loud, try. What was your card? The what? Okay, I knew you were going to mess this trick up on me. Forget about it. She doesn't like me. She's not going to cooperate. That's all it is. I read the 2 of hearts. 2 of hearts was the first card I read. Concentrate if you would, please. Are you sure you haven't heard your card? You have not. Okay. For 4 out of 5. Very small orgy on a torpedo. I believe that you selected a club. Is that true? Pardon me? In a loud, clear voice, what was the card?
The Queen of Clubs.
That's what I thought. 4 out of 5. Thank you very much. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm an amateur astrologist. If you'll yell out your sign, I'll tell you a little bit about yourself.
All right.
Aquarius. Sign of the big mouth versus yell out in the crowd. These are funny, I hate to tell you. There's a public service announcement for you. If you're a parent now, if you're thinking about becoming a parent in the near future, don't do what my dad did to me. The circus can be a scary place for a little kid, and my dad took me to the circus when I was only 4 years old. I was thinking cotton candy and clowns, trampoline acts, and high wire. We paid $5 to get on the lot. We were headed for the big top. At the end of the field, there was a screech of monkeys in the background. I had the smell of peanuts and popcorn whipping up and down my nostrils. I had some elephant dung on my shoe. I was dragging a straw around like a jerk. We walked by the sideshow. Some half-naked chick comes out of there, swallows a boa constrictor alive. My dad goes, "Come on, Joey, we'll step in here for a minute and check this out." You get inside the sideshow. If you're 4 years old, you're in for a big surprise. This isn't necessarily entertainment. We're now dealing with freaks. For a 4-year-old boy, this is nightmare material. First person I see is the frog lady. Her hands are coming out of her elbows, her legs are behind her neck. She looks me right in the face and goes, "I don't gaze." What the hell happened to her, Dad? What's the matter? 2 steps to the left, you're dealing with a human pincushion. Here's a man who makes a living running a needle in and out of his arm and driving a nail up his nose with a hammer. I don't want to see any more of this stuff. Then they have what they call the hermaphrodite, an individual that thinks it's half man, half woman. Boils down to 1 body, 2 sexes, same underpants. Louder! You idiot! You didn't clap, ain't it? That is stupid.
I'm in love with. I'm certainly not in love with you.